Welcome back to the Supremely Black Podcast. This is your boy D Rose, man. Hope everybody's been having a good day. This was just something that actually had crossed my mind, man. I've heard a lot of people saying it. Is social media now the streets? Is social media like a real form of life? I know a lot of people are getting prepared for the new metaverse, living this virtual reality. And the reason why it's so interesting to me is because I've just seen how things have changed so much. I still have, like uncles or uncle, excuse me, that don't even like using a touchscreen phone. That he's still used to, the flip phone, boy, or the beeper. I got some great uncles that they use the phone just for a call, but they would still prefer to use the house phone. They grew up where, your granddaddy and them didn't even have no phone when they was moving around or coming from the country going into the city, or, the city going into the country. They just moved around, and when they got home, right? But it's just crazy to me is that I think in this day and time is that this virtual reality, or, the social media era is in full tilt, is that I think clout and people wanting immediate, instant gratification has just changed the whole paradigm. It's like you could just think of just look at the trending topics of what's going on. You think about like the people that's alleged to kill young Dolph, right? When you look at that and you see somebody that's actually on the run from other pending charges, but then you're also been labeled as a alleged person of interest in a murder. I've known, a handful of people that have been on the run for a murder charge or, serious charges, right? They're not dropping music videos. They're not on social media. They ain't even got a damn phone. They may, if you know somebody, you could get in touch with them through them. And that's how they keeping a low profile. But this whole new era of everybody has to be on the internet and things have to be done for the internet is just crazy. So to me, it's just like, and this is just in my mind, so I might even come off as rambling. It's like a lot of this shit just feel fake. Like nothing really feels real anymore. Is because everything has to be put on social media, or you have to prove yourself to people that you would never even meet in life. Like, I'm going to give you an example is I have a nonprofit. Me and my boy Spirits, we did a few events. And there has really been people that was like, why did you all not, either take pictures with some of the people that were unfortunate? And I think to myself is if life happened to turn and you were in an unfortunate situation to where you weren't where you wanted to be in life, would you want somebody taking a picture of you at your ultimate worst, especially if you don't even know that people's backstory? You don't know if they're on the run themselves. You don't know if they're just, just in a bad spot and they just happen to be, quote unquote homeless, you feel me? And they're out on the streets and we're, providing meals or providing clothes or providing, cleaning different things. But it's just crazy to me is that the people watching it still wanted to see the people that were being helped or assisted. Like we've given clothes, and it's not even about that, but it's just, is anything authentic anymore? And I had this conversation with a few people. It's like, to me, there are certain things that you do have to do to let people know that, hey, you're in this space like this. You have to let people know that you have a voice. You're able to connect with people. You come from a genuine place, and this is what you're doing. So basically, you're building up a resume or a portfolio, what have you. But just to have everything validated from a social media perspective, I think has taken away the ability for things to feel real. Like, if that was me being assisted, I would hate for somebody to come and just basically either clout chase or just doing it for, just to be seen on social media. It takes away from it. Like, I want to have conversations, organic conversations with people without cameras involved. Like, the good old fashioned old way. If there's a picture and if they want to take one, then cool. But just to walk in somebody else's space to where this is their environment and this is their community with cameras out just so you can validate, hey, hey, Spirits, we actually helped those people, right? You feel me? Or, you know, thinking about the other situation that we on the run, but let's let them know that we ain't snitched, we ain't did this. It's like, what the hell? What's going on? You right? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at social media. I'm looking at some of the, you know, the hood to hood vlogs. You know, salute to them. This is not coming from any hate perspective, but it's like everybody wants a couple things that you see everybody wants to be instant gratification. There's not any safe hoods anywhere in America anymore. Everywhere is dangerous. Everybody got guns. Everybody got money. Everybody having it. You feel me? But when you think about some of the real shit that's going on and some of those conversations that you've had with people, people have lost loved ones. People have lost houses. People have lost cars. People have lost jobs. People don't have places to stay. So it's like this whole social media era has taken away, one, just a realistic view of life. And I think so many people are struggling because this is what they have as considered what once was entertainment is now a lifestyle or a view of life. If you, or especially if you're in the space to where you can't really find your true self. If you go to social media, not saying this in no nonchalant way, if you compared your life to somebody that you're following that's considered an influencer on social media, you probably would think about or contemplate suicide if you were of somebody that didn't have their mind strong. You feel what I'm saying? There's people that's going to make that decision, but I'm just here to have this message to say that that shit really ain't like that. Like, we've gotten to a place to where if it's not on the internet, you didn't do it. But I'm of the belief that if you got on the internet, what was your purpose behind it? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the era that those are the people that I was raised behind. You feel me? Like, it just ain't, the best way I can put it is just ain't real. Like, the example, looking at the hood to hood vlogs, right? If you really out here living like you living, if you got the trap booming, y'all really in shootouts, and this is the truth, and I'm not condoning any of this shit because I think it's all foolish, but what the hell would you get on the camera for? No gloves, no mask, no nothing, until all of your legit business for what? Like, what do you get out of that? Cool points, but you have to understand the same way that I'm just watching it because I scroll past the channel, or we may be looking into doing some community work in that area and just knowing of what some dangerous places not to go to, or what some actual black-owned restaurants that we could, you know, attend and shit like that. But it's like everything has to be so dangerous. Everybody has to be so gooned out. Apparently everybody has money. Everybody has drugs. Everybody got guns. Ain't nobody going to school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when we look at these images and we see these things that are being pushed to our people, you must also have to take a step back to say, man, what the fuck are these people placing on us to make everybody think that there is really no more legit struggle? Because if you were really in the place that you want to be, right, and just having it, here's my question before I actually wrap it up. If you were where you wanted to be in life, would you want to step outside your door, one, in fear of getting killed at any second just because that's just how we living over here, right? Secondly, if you are trapping and you are doing whatever you do, right, to make ends meet, once you get to that point, isn't it more important for you now to turn that money over, clean it, start doing things in your community that builds it up, since you've already did your part of tearing it down? Wouldn't it make sense to actually start businesses to employ people that actually get them off of whatever was going on with your environment? Like, if you really got to risk your life for every dollar that you make, is that really living? Like, you feel me? Like, and I was talking to my boy Ayo the other day about it. I got homeboys that are doing 30 plus years, you feel me? Life sentences. A couple of them fighting life sentences and murders. Like, all the shit that you seeing on social media, I can't agree with it, and I don't agree with it because when they were doing whatever they were doing, they wasn't confused in what the what could be the outcome of it. But then secondly, that's not how they conducted themselves. You feel me? Now it wasn't perfect, and it's not something necessarily they should have put themselves in. But that's what really happens when you really living like that. I can guarantee you they've never been on a hood to hood vlog telling all their business before shit hit the fan, and now they actually getting chased by the U.S. Marshals, TBI, whoever's on them. Like those are real life occurrences of what's going on, and they fighting those cases. You feel me? Like I don't understand how we got to the point of everybody has to be instantly gratified and everybody's so gangster. Don't nobody want to go to school. Don't nobody want to do a trade. Don't nobody want to get a box truck. Don't nobody want to have a, regular job. Everybody's a social media influencer. Everybody is this. But it's like, when did we get here? Like, is this because is it cool? Like, what's going on? Like, everybody having it. Nobody's struggling. So what's all the killing for? What's all the robbing for? What you got to scam for? We all rich. We all having it. Ain't nobody, this is what we do. I've yet to see in some of the richest countries, some of the richest cities, there's a live shootout amongst people that's having money. I ain't seen it yet. But when the last time Bill Gates been shot at? Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Diddy, Puffy. I mean, whoever you look to say that they really having bread. When the last time they been in a shootout? That should let you know that all this shit is a facade, and there's really people out here that's living like that. But I promise you, they're not, or they shouldn't be, the ones that are getting on social media. The ones I know that live like that either are facing that time now, dead, or they damn near don't even know how to log into an Instagram. They don't care nothing about social media because that's just really how they've lived. And that don't make it cool, but that's just what the life that they've chosen to live. And they went in with one thing is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to be 100% behind it. I'm not hesitating on nothing I do. This is just the life that I've chosen to live. You feel me? Like, and that's just how it is. Everybody's not going to be trying to pour into the community and have a positive message. You feel me? But then when you get, like, you looking at this point, it's like, I think social media has and clout has taken over the world. And you ain't, you're not going to be able to save everybody. But, and even this is all over the place with this rambling, but it's just real shit. It's like, look at everything that's happening. And you mean to tell me if you just took a step back and looked and was like, ain't no way in hell this is real life. You feel me? Like, that's what makes everything seem so fake, because it seems like we all caught in the matrix and nobody understands that it's a big ass game that we all being played with. And there's always one group of individuals is always going to benefit off of it. And once you identify who those individuals are that are going to benefit off of it, you will understand to take a step back. And I've heard other platforms, salute to them that's even, thinking of, hey, this ain't it, Shout out to AO Nation. He's one of the ones that, that stand on business and say, look, hey, this some of this shit just gotta stop. He's even issued a 30-day crime fast, but it's even like talking to my little sister when she was down here. She's 15 and she was like, bruh, the crazy part about going to school is that there's not any normal kids anymore. Everybody want to be grown. Everybody want to smoke weed. Everybody fucking. It's like, even at 15, they don't even have a childlike mind. Everybody want to be the shit that they see on TV. And this is coming from the youth, the real youth. When I'm doing mentoring, this is the real things that we're talking about. But it's like, why? Could you blame it on parenting? Could you blame it on social media? There's a lot of different factors, but it's like, do we even give a damn about what the kids gonna see? Do we even care about the next generation of what they're going to be faced with? Like, I feel like that's an afterthought. But we got grown ass people that are older that are far behind the kids that are actually coming up and seeing society how it is. Like, I would have a conversation with my 15-year-old sister before some of the people that are considered adults, just because of their lack of understanding of what the fuck is really going on out here in this world. Like, no chase, like, no sugarcoating it. Like, it's real shit going on. But these kids are so distracted. It's some adults that are so distracted. It's like, this ain't real life. I don't know no other way to say it, but something gonna have to change. Something gonna have to give. But make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share, especially if anybody's going through something mentally that could be challenging them. Just send this video to them. Let them know the important parts. But I would definitely like for everybody that is tuned into this video to share your thoughts. I want to know if this, you know, I'm in Houston, but I'm from, you know, I'm from Tennessee. You feel me? Like, and I just want to know if, is this really what's going on when y'all talk to the youth, when you talk to people in your communities? Like, how do we get past this? Like, how does this get corrected to where the right things are actually pushed from, you know, our young kids, our teens, our adults? Like, how do we all get on one page to where this could slowly shift? And you ain't gonna be able to save everybody, and that's completely understood, but somebody has to do something in regards to switching the mindset of what our youth sees, and this is coming from the youth. So I just want to know if, like, from the adults or even from the teenagers that may check out this video, drop your comments below. Let us know of what's your thoughts. And if I'm wrong in regards to my approach to it, I'll be there. Drop your comments. We can have a conversation like adults in regards to it. Holler at me behind the scenes, wherever you want to do it. But this is your boy, D Rose, and I'm out. Long live CC.